So there's some really big NCAA college football news that I wanted to share with everyone. If you haven't already seen it in the Discord and other community outlets like Twitter, Rate Sports spent the last month or two working on this project, and he's finally finished. It's going to include updated rosters for all 32 teams that were included in the project, updated coaches. He remastered and retextured everything to bring NCAA 2K23 to the 2K5 platform, which is something that's never been done before, and it's really a really good achievement and really awesome for everyone. So we'll get into getting it set up. Links will be up shortly. You'll go to the NFL2Kmod.com. You'll click play on PC. So what I'm going to cover is just for PC. Xbox is going to be, Rate Sports will take care of that piece, which has already been cut loose. We're just catching up on PC. So we'll click download. This is going to take you over to the college football page that we have on the repo. Now it's important that you make sure that you download the correct one, because this is just an add-on like we did with 4K23. So if you already have the AVX2 version installed, you're going to want to grab the AVX2 version, because it's really just going to dump and layer on the mods that you need for it. So it's important that you pay attention and download the correct one for what you already have installed, right? So I have AVX2, so I'll click download here. I already have the file downloaded for this, so let's jump over here. You'll have the zip file. I'm going to go ahead and extract this. In here, I took the time to put together a quick start guide for everyone, so anything that you don't get from the video, just reference this. It'll take you through step by step, and it's really easy. Everyone that's been playing and enjoying the project already is familiar with the easy installers, so we decided to take that route this time. So this is going to be here for you. So yeah, if you get stuck, just go back, check out the quick start guide. It's going to help you along. So with this, there's a covers folder, which just includes the cover, and we'll get to that in a minute, and then the setup installer. So I have the AVX2 version. Again, you're going to want to check your CPU to see what what it supports and what version you have. AVX2 is the newer instruction set, so if your CPU does support it, I recommend you use the AVX2. So let's get this installed. We're going to launch the installer. We'll just say accept. Right, and this is just a little note. We'll say next here. Don't create shortcuts, they're already there. Click next, install. I think Maverick wants to help with the video, it sounds like.
He's so loud.
That's great. Don't select launch, just finish it. So next we're going to go into the we'll go into the emulator. We want to open the file location here and take a look at our covers. So to keep these covers, you can only have one named, the name of the disk, ISO I think it is. So it's a JPEG here. So what you'll do here is just rename this file. I'm just going to put a hyphen in the front of it to rename it. And then you can come in here and you can rename this and rename it that. And that part's done. So you can go ahead and close this directory now. And when you launch your emulator, you'll see that the cover is now set to 2K23 for college. So if you want to set that back, you can just close your emulator, open up your installation directory, go back into covers, and you can rename back, just rename this file and rename this one back. You don't have to mess around with, setting the cover or anything at that point. So what we'll do is we'll come into the GME utility. So we'll load this up. And I'm just going to type in, I have so many mods in here. So this one here, the NCAA 23, this is the mod for it, and by default, because this is the PlayStation 2 version for PC, it's going to have the PlayStation controller buttons already set for you. So there's broadcasts in here that are available as well. So it's going to default to the CBS broadcast for PlayStation. If you want to enable one of the other broadcasts, you can enable the ESPN Plus broadcast for PlayStation. If you want that one, you would just load this one in. If you want to use the Xbox controllers, which I like and I prefer, you would load either one of these two, and it's going to give you that broadcast with the Xbox controller. So that's how you'll do that. And then there's a few uniforms here that were put together, and they're going to be offered as mods. For the PC, we'll be able to use GME utility. For console and others, you're going to have to just do file copy. But that's how you'll do that, and this is familiar territory for anybody that's been playing with the mod. So I'm going to leave, I'll do ESPN because I like Xbox buttons better. So you get prompted with this, that's okay. Always say yes, it's fine. So I'm going to close that out. I'm going to launch my emulator now. So we're going to want to go into settings here and memory cards. And if port 2 is not already enabled, go ahead and enable that. You'll see the NCAA _2K23 memory card. Just right click on this and add it to port 2, close, and now I'm going to go ahead and relaunch. Alright, so once we're in here, we're going to go to options and we're going to load save. We're going to load, say yes. We're going to go over to that card that we just imported into slot 2, and you'll see here there's a franchise 1 file, there's the VIP file if you want to use that. Because it's 2K5, you can just continue using your existing VIP file if you want to. Franchise 2 file. So between the two franchise files, yesterday we were working on it a little bit, and we did bump the salary cap like we normally do for the 2K5 NFL rosters. So you'll have a salary cap bump in these files as well. And I believe the difference between the two is really with team scheduling. But there might be some more details from Raid Sports and others in the community around that. And then you have your exhibition roster. I'm going to load the exhibition roster. Say, okay, let me back out. Let's take a look. And now you're going to see we have all the college teams. So we could pick really anyone. There's 32 teams. I don't have them listed out, but there's a lot of teams in here that made the cut, and it's not set in stone. I think it could be tweaked a little bit if we wanted to. So maybe we'll take, we'll take Penn State, take this matchup, and see. But at this point, you're ready to go. Everything's loaded, and it's just a GME mod. So when you're done and you don't want to play the college, you want to go back to the NFL, you just open up your GME utility and you disable that mod, and it's going to go back to the NFL. We'll take a look at that real quick too. But you'll see everything, all the textures remastered. Really big credit and big ups to Raid Sports. I know there's a lot of people contributing to different things, but he really took this project on by himself, and it's amazing. We have a really cool mod. And it goes far beyond the SEC Championship mod that we did as a one-off. So this is really cool. Hopefully the community takes this and runs with it and maybe creates some more content for it. I know there's been a lot of people in the community that have been doing a lot, sharing a lot of stuff, and it's really cool to see everyone doing different things and sharing their work, because that's really, that's what the community is for. Come up with some ideas, maybe create a few things, share them out, and then things that we can put in, we put in. I know there's been a lot of work by a couple of the people that I'm going to be putting into the version 3 update that's coming for the NFL mod piece. So it's good, and I think it's great that everyone's involved. So let's see. I just want to pause this here. We'll open up our GME utility one more time. And if I want to get rid of this broadcast, it'll default. But if I want to go, let me change my broadcast to, CBS one. I'm going to do it on the fly here. And I have my button key binding set in here, so if I hit F10, it's going to cycle my textures for me. I have to go into the settings. And we can see we have the CBS broadcast for it, which is pretty cool. And then I don't know if we have alternates for these teams, but let's take a look real quick and see. We have Penn State, and we don't have, I didn't pick a team that has anything like that, but we would just enable the mod through here, and you're familiar with this. If you're not, it's super easy. And again, this is just layered on top. So, and if you want to go back to the original, you just remove all the mods here, and you would want to close out, because then it's going to go back to the NFL teams. So we'll resume here. It would take us back to the original. So it's as easy as that. Just using the GME utility to enable the mod and everything. So hopefully everyone enjoys college football. Have some fun, share some feedback in the community. I know that, let's take a look here. I know the announcement was made. The PC versions are going to be available shortly. And then let's take a look. We created an entire section here, NCAA 2K, so because now we have 2K college football, which is really awesome. So feedback, ideas, anything that you really have, let's start using this section for that. Bug reporting, uniform requests. So there's already some stuff out there that's been created to kind of help get everyone into this area and share some feedback and maybe make it even better than it is, which is going to be hard to do because it's really cool. So I hope you enjoy it, have fun, share some feedback in the community here, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And again, thanks to everyone that worked on this. Thanks, Raid Sports. Have fun playing college football, guys.